Most people think email marketing is dead, but the data actually says otherwise. According to Omnisend, for every $1 spent, the average return is $68. This makes it the single highest ROI channel for e-commerce. But to actually get those numbers, you need more than just a newsletter too, and that's why I'm going to be walking you through Omnisend in this video. Omnisend is a platform that gives you pro-level feature without the steep learning curve or the luxury price tag. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through how to create an account on the platform, how to connect your store to the platform, how to create forms to start getting subscribers, how to set up automations for your website, and lastly, how to start sending out campaigns. And to get 30% discounts off Omnisend plans, you can use the first link down in the description below. And without wasting time, let's get started. So when you click the first link in my description below, you're going to be redirected to this website. So what I want to do now is to sign up for an account on Omnisend. But before we sign up, we can click on see pricing. And as you can see, we can still get started with the free plan. But if you want to have about 12 times more room to grow, you can go with any of the pro plan that we have here. For example, you can go with this pro, you can go with standard. But for this tutorial, we're going to go with the free version. So let's click on start free. And now I'm just going to go ahead and create an account with Omnisend. So I'm just going to sign in and I'm going to choose my preferred email address. So you're going to type in your password. For my case, I'm going to put in something I can easily remember and it's still strong enough. And my business is e-commerce. Then you're going to click on agree with terms of service. And you can also sign in for Omnisend marketing newsletters. So the next step, we're going to get to know each other. So you're going to put in your first name, your last name, your store name. For this case, let me just go with the WooCommerce and then the store website. I'm going to be using this website in today's tutorial, designs.thewpbro.com. So I'm just going to put that right here. And what platform are we going to be using for our store? We're going to be using WooCommerce. All right. And which email marketing automation software are we using? I'm going to go with none, but if you have others like MailChimp, Brevo, and so on and so forth, you can choose that. But for my own case, we'll be starting afresh, so I'm going to click on none, then click on continue. And here you're just going to put in your business address and your city, your country, and every other information that they need from you. So I'm going to fill this in right now. All right, so we successfully created an account on Omnisend. All we can just do now is to connect our Omnisend account to our WooCommerce. So to do that, we're going to click on connect to WooCommerce. You're going to get instructions and now you can connect your WooCommerce store to Omnisend. So let me show you how you can do this right now. Let's come back to our WordPress admin area. And by coming here to click on, we're going to come to plugins directly. Another plugins, we're just going to click on add plugin because we want to install Omnisend. So right here, we're going to search for Omnisend. And this is the plugin that we want to install. Install and activate this plugin. So the plugin has been installed and activated. Then we're going to see this information at the top that says we should connect our WooCommerce store to Omnisend. So click on this blue button that says connect your store to Omnisend. And right here, since we have an account on Omnisend, we're just going to click on connect your account. So the next thing we're going to do is to give Omnisend some approvals on our website. So just click on approve. So we've connected our website and Omnisend has automatically gotten our logo, our colors, and the fonts, and also social media links if you have some on your website. So instead of you manually adding your logo, adding your brand color, Omnisend is going to get that directly from your website. So you can just click on save brand assets and it says nice work. What is the best way for you to move forward? You can either start with smart recommendations or you can explore the platform yourself. So we're just going to go with I will explore the platform on my own. So this is our Omnisend dashboard, and then we can see some recommended steps for us to take, which is creating a form to collect subscribers and welcoming them with an email, and also recovering sales from abandoned carts and checkouts, and lastly driving traffic to our store with email. We're going to touch everything in this tutorial. So the first thing we need to do is to create a form. So let's come to forms, and right here we're going to click on view other type of forms in case you want to check the other templates that they have for you to use. So click on view other form types. So you can scroll down to check some other type of templates that they have available for you, but for my own case, I'm just going to come back to the very top here under recommended, and we're going to go with this first option that says email and SMS branded multi-step welcome discounts templates. All right, so this is our editor. This is where you're going to design everything that has to do with this form, and this form is a pop-up. So it's going to come up on our website based on some certain type of conditions that we set for it. All right, so on the left hand side, this is everything that has to do with the design. I won't really say the design, I will say it has to do with the widgets that you can drag onto your pop-up. And on this second hand, which is the right hand side, it has to do with your design and also the settings of your pop-up. All right, so let's say you want to add a new field to your pop-up. Let's say you want to add a first name field. All right, so we're going to do this to come here to click on input. We can just drag this input right here to the very top. All right, and then right here on the right hand side, we're going to map the profile field to first name. So let's say you want to make it last name or address or city. This is where you can choose it. But for our own case, we want it as first name. All right. And also want to remove the label that says first name on top. So we're going to remove the label back on checking this option that says add label. And you can also change your placeholder text from enter your first name to anything that you want. And that is all about how to add a new widget to your form. Okay, so let's say you want to change your font type. Let's say you want to change the font type for this get 10% off your first order. We're going to click on this widget and then we're going to come to the right hand side here to change the font type from Roboto. We can go with Helvetica, and then you can also change the size to any other size that you want. Let's say you want to go with 26 pixels. That is how you can edit your text widgets. All right. So let's say you want to make it bold. You can click on bold. You can also make it italic. That is how you can make any changes. So by the time we start typing, you can see this is how you can make any changes to our font widgets. All right, so I'm just going to uncheck all these options right here. That is all about how to design your form. Since it has been pre-designed for us, we don't really need to do much. Okay, so let's move on to the settings for this form. So we come here to behavior, and then under scheduling, let's say you want to make this form available within a specific period of time. So let's say the form is going to be available from November 1st to November 30. This is where you can select the start dates and also select the end dates. But for my own case, I do not need the start or end date for this form. But if it applies to your website, this is where you can set the option, including the time also. But for this, I'm just going to deactivate this option. And then we're going to move on to the next which says display. All right. So decide when do you want to show this form to a visitor. So we want to display these forms based on some certain page rules. All right. So we want to display this form based on exit intent. So by the time the user is about to come right here to this place to close the tab, this form is going to come up. Because it's a pop-up, it is going to come up. All right. And then we also want to add time on page. So let's make it 5 seconds, or you can make it 10 seconds depending on whatever you want for your website. So I'm going to make it 5 seconds for this tutorial. All right, to make things very fast. And yeah, that's all about display. So we come back, and for targeting, we can also choose which visitor targeting options that we want. We want to target all visitors, and then for the page targeting options, we're going to leave everything as it is, and we're going to also leave our source targeting as it is. And then we're going to come back here, and visibility, you want it to be visible on all devices. And next, we want to come to frequency. And for this tutorial, I do not want to limit the form appearance, but if you want to limit the form appearance, maybe you want to limit it to seconds, to minutes, to hours, or to days. This is where you can set that. For example, let's say if a visitor should close this pop-up, you don't want to show this pop-up to them again for the next 24 hours, you're going to go with 1 day. If you don't want to show it to them for 2 days, you're going to go with 2 days. But for this tutorial, I'm going to just uncheck this option, and it says visitor will see this form on every page. The visitor will see this form on every page in your store even after they close it. So they recommend we limit its appearance, but to show you how this works in this tutorial, we're not going to limit the appearance of this form. All right, so that is all about the settings. And then when we come down here, we can see it has different steps. So we're going to come to step 2, which is the SMS. So just like we did in this first step, we can also edit every details that we have here. And for this phone number, you can change the default country code to the particular country code of your choice. For example, is the United States. You can change it to, for example, I'm from Nigeria. I can change it to Nigeria, which is +234. And you can also add label, or you can remove the label. And also you can make this field required or not. So that is all about this second step. And we're going to move to the next one that says success. So this is our success page. Whenever they sign up, we're going to say thanks for signing up, and as a thank you, you find a 10% discount in your inbox. For this tutorial, we're going to leave it like this so that I can show you how the welcome email automation works. But let's say you don't want to send a welcome email immediately. You want them to see the discounts on this page right away instead of going to open their email. You can just come right here to this discount and drag this discount here, and then you can put in the codes. For example, we said 10% discount, so we're going to put in the most obvious 10% discount coupon code, which is welcome 10. So we're going to put in welcome 10. So whenever they sign up, they're going to be able to copy this discount code immediately. So that's how you can do that. But for this tutorial, let me just remove this, and let's go to the next one that says subscribe. So if they are already subscribed, this is where they can say that they are already subscribed. And you can also do anything that you want with this one. You can change the text to you're already subscribed. You can add maybe thank you. You can add anything that you want to this page. And then the last option we have is a teaser, but we do not want to add a teaser because it's just going to appear like an icon below your website. So we want the pop-up to appear as a full screen immediately instead of clicking a button right here. All right. So what we're going to do now is to before we actually enable this form, let's come to step 2, and we have to do something. Okay, let me just click on this icon here. We have to add a privacy policy to this pop-up form. So let's click on fix issue, and right here we're going to come to privacy policy link, and I'm going to paste in a privacy policy link. Although it's not a privacy policy link, it's just my website link. But for your own website, I recommend you have a privacy policy link that you're going to put right here so that users can read and agree to your marketing communication method. All right, so let's just click on check for issues. We should not have any issues at this point. It says you are all set to launch this form. All right, and click on enable form. All right, it says success. Your form is now live and collecting subscribers, and then they recommend we sign up for a plan, or we can continue to stay on the free plan. So we can stay on free plan and click on continue. So let's come to our website, and let me visit this website in a new tab, and let's see whether our form is actually working. So as you can see, our pop-up is working. After 5 seconds, the pop-up came up. So by the time I close this and I try to exit the page, it should also come up, or maybe we need to refresh the page. All right, so as you can see, as I try to close this tab, the exit intent pop-up trigger that we set also made this pop-up come up. So I'm not going to fill in the details right now. I want us to create an automation to send a welcome email before we actually fill in our first name and email here to get our 10% off. So to do that, let's come back to our Omnisend dashboard, and to create an automation, we're going to come right here to automation, and we're going to click on explore templates. All right, so we have several pre-built automation workflow that we can choose from, and we can also create from scratch. So what we can just do is to click on any one of these options. For example, we want to create a welcome email. We're going to click on this welcome option. So click on customize workflow. So this is where we can set everything that has to do with the welcome email automation. So here I'm going to edit the name to welcome automation and click on updates. So it says customer enter this for workflow when they subscribe to marketing, and customers exit this workflow when they place an order. All right, so let's edit this trigger and everything that has to do with this workflow. So for the trigger, whenever they're subscribed to marketing, that is correct. And for the filters, channel is subscribed to email, and the subscription method is sign up form, and the first subscription is true. I want to change this to, and the form is email and SMS branded. I did not remember to change the name for this form, so let's just leave it as it is. So click on save. All right, so the channel is subscribed to email, and the subscription method is sign up form, and then the form they signed up to is this particular email and SMS branded multi-step Popup discount form. All right, that is about the trigger that we set for this automation. So email will be sent to subscribe contact. That is correct. And right here we can come here to change this 1 minute. We do not have 1 minute for this tutorial. I'm just going to make it as fast as possible. So I want it to be immediately. I want to send the email to them immediately, the sign up. All right. And for the email, we're going to come down here, and then we have the subject line, we have the pre-header, and we're going to be using Omnisend AI to edit this. So click on this Omnisend AI icon right here, and then I'm going to paraphrase this to something different. So it says exciting news for you, contact name, whatever. Let's change this. Let's change the tone to friendly. Let's change the tone to friendly and click on enter. All right. So check out the awesome deals waiting for you at account name. So click on this. So your chosen option is now applied. All right. Then we come to pre-header and we also click on Omnisend AI to adjust the pre-header. So we're going to rephrase this. So it says enjoy a 10% discount on your first order as a warm welcome. Claim your 10% on your first order. So let's just go with anyone that we like. So I'm going to choose the second one, and it says your chosen option is now applied. And then our sender's name is going to be, let's use something different. Let me say Eben from the WooCommerce. All right. And then our sender email address is going to be shared Omnisend email. So if you want to learn how to use a custom email address, I have a dedicated video about that on my channel. I'm going to link it up in the card above and down in the description below to watch how you can use your own custom sender email address to send out your emails from Omnisend. All right. So For our email content, we're going to click on edit content, and yes, we want to save. So this is a very simple email that we can send as a welcome email to our new subscribers. We can also edit this with Omnisend AI. So we can click on the widget right here, and then says modify text with AI. So just click on this button, and then we can say refresh, and it's going to find a better option for us to choose. So we can go with this option. It says your chosen option is now applied. All right, so that's how you can edit this with Omnisend AI also. And here we're going to put in our discount code. So as usual, we're going to go with welcome 10. And all right, so we have our button here that says shop now, and this button is going to direct them to our account's website, which is correct. And you can also do something else. You can come to products, because we're just going to go with the one under the free version. So we're going to come here to select our best selling products. So we're going to come here to drag our best selling products right here, and we're going to choose just 2 of our best selling products within the last. Let's reduce this. Okay, we can just leave it because this is a tutorial. For your own website, you can just choose maybe within the last 1 month, within the last 2 months, just based on your own preference for your website. All right, and then the layout type is going to be this. And the number of products to show is 2, and also 2 colons. So that is all about everything right here. So we're just going to leave everything as it is, and our email is ready to be sent to anybody that enters our automation. So what we're just going to do is to click on finish editing, and then what we want to do now is to just scroll down and click on updates, and then we're going to start the workflow. All right, so now we can come back here to refresh this page, and then we're going to enter the automation by actually showing you how subscribers are going to sign up to your form, and also how they're going to enter your automation. So we're going to wait for 5 seconds for the pop-up to come up. So right here, I'm going to put in my first name, and I'm going to put in my email address. I'm going to click on get 10% off. So the next step, I'm going to skip this step, and it says thank you for signing up. So we can close this. So what we're going to do is to open our email inbox. So I'm going to come right here to open my email inbox. So we can see that our automation is working properly, as the email was sent immediately I signed up on the form. All right, so we're going to open up the email, and then we have the email content here that says welcome aboard. We are thrilled to welcome you aboard. To show our appreciation, enjoy a discount on your first order. So we're going to copy this welcome 10 code. And as you can see, we have our best selling product also that is added inside our email. So we can just make them click this button immediately to buy this snapback cap or to buy these gray shoes. All right, so this is how it works. So let's go back to our dashboard, and the next thing we want to do is to create an automation for abandoned carts. So to create an abandoned cart automation, we need to click on create workflow, and right here we can also create from scratch, or you can choose a template. So I'm going to choose the abandoned cart template and click on customize workflow. So just like the first one we created, which is the welcome email, we can also edit our triggers and every other settings that has to do with this workflow. All right, so what we need to do is to just, first of all, let's edit the condition. It says customers exit the workflow when they place an order or when they start their checkout. You can edit that. Let's say you want to remove the started checkout condition, you can just click on this delete condition. And for the trigger filter, it says it's going to start the workflow after the product added to cart wasn't updated for 1 hour. You can also set this depending on your own personal preference, but for this tutorial we don't have to wait for 1 hour. I'm going to reduce it to 1 minute. All right, so it says emails will be sent to subscribed and non-subscribed contacts. We want to leave that as it is. So this is the first email that is going to be sent. Items your cart are selling out fast. There are items in your cart that can sell out fast and then get them before they are gone. So sender's name, we're going to change that from the WooPBRO to Eben from the WooPBRO. All right, and we have the email content right here. It has this text, it has the subtext, and then the button to complete their order, and also the products that are in their cart are going to be added inside the email. So you can edit the content or you can send the test email. We're just going to leave everything as it is. And so after the first email has been sent, the automation is going to wait for the next 11 hours. If no action has been taken, it's going to send another email. You can also edit everything that has to do with this email, the sender's name, and then the contents of the email. And if no action has been taken, also it's going to wait for another 12 hours, and then it's going to send the final email in this automation. All right, so that is all about this abandoned cart automation. So you can also add some other things right here. For example, you can add emails. You can also add SMS in case you want to send SMS, or in case you want to send push notifications. So far, your subscribers are subscribed to SMS and push notifications. This automation is going to work for them. All right. So what you need to do now is to just click on updates, So our automation has been enabled on our website and it is currently running. So what I need to do is to just test it out. So let me open up this tab. All right, and let me add a few products to my cart. So all the 4 products have been added to cart. We're just going to wait for 1 minute and then the automation is going to get started. All right, so now I'm just going to come to my inbox, and right there we have our email that was sent because our cart has been abandoned. So 1 minute is over. We can just open up this email. So we can see the email content. It says, what happened? We've noticed you left some items in your cart, and then we have the items that we actually left in the cart right here in our email. So I'm going to do is to just click on this complete order. Actually, I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to come right here to paste the link here. And what I'm going to do now is to click on proceed to checkout. And then the billing details, I'm going to fill in all my billing details right here. And I'm going to click on place order. So my order has been placed. All we need to do now is to just come to Omnisend, and then we're going to come to the dashboard right here, and we're going to come to overview. So as you can see, our analytics has updated immediately, and we can see that our revenue from Omnisend is $190 because of the automation that worked just now, because we actually purchased the product through our abandoned cart automation workflow that we set up. So what we can just do is to come to reports, and then we're going to come to automation, and right here we can see more detailed reports about how we got our sale. So the revenue came from automations. We have $190, and then we have just one order placed, and then the revenue per order placed is $190, and then the revenue per message sent is $63.63. All right, so we can just dive deep into the details here for your reports and then actually learn how your automation is performing. Next thing we want to do now is to create a campaign. To do that, we're going to come to campaigns, and we can just click on view all campaign types. So what type of campaign do you want to create? Do you want to send an email campaign, email A/B tests, SMS, or push notification? For my home case, we're going to go with email. So we're going to click on create email. All right. So for the email settings, we're going to have our subject line, our sender's name, and then the pre-header, and then the campaign name. So for the subject line, I'm going to copy this right here. So we have 24 hour, we have 24 hours for 30% off everything. And then the sender's name is going to be Eben from the WooCommerce. Eben from the WooCommerce. And we're going to be using our sender's email address, which is our shared Omnisend email. And then the pre-header text is going to be, let's use Omnisend AI for that. All right. It says, unlock your exclusive discounts before it is gone. And then the campaign name is just going to be, let's say, Black Friday. All right, so you can just click on choose email templates. So we can just select any template that we want to use out of all these templates. So let me come down here to holiday and celebration and choose Black Friday to filter out Black Friday templates. Okay, so let's go with this one that says Black Friday hot deals. So click on use templates. So we have our templates right here, and we can edit all the contents of these templates. So okay, let me click on these products. Let's start with the product listing, and let's go with let's choose about 8 products. Let's choose about 8 products. And you can also pick the products you want to promote from your store. So let's say you want to promote a black t-shirt, a brown cap, the color sneakers, elegant bag. So let me just choose about 8 products right here. We can just click on add. All right, so we have all the products right here in our email. Okay, so that is all about this. You can remove any section you want. Let's say you do not want this section, you can click on the section and delete it right here. And then let's say you want to change anything right here, you can just click on it and edit the text either with AI, or you can edit the text manually. So everything is looking good so far. What we need to do is to just choose our recipients. So right here, you can choose email recipients, you can choose all subscribers, you can choose a segment. And for segments and tags on Omnisend, I already made a dedicated video last year talking about segments and tags and when you should use each of them. So if you want to watch that, I'm going to link that up in the card above or down in the description below. So all you just need to do is to come to review campaign, and we have the campaign booster right here. It says automatically resend your campaign to subscribers who missed it initially, enhance your reach and elevate your open rates by targeting unengaged recipients either through email or SMS. You can turn on this option. All right, so let's just scroll down, and everything is looking good as it is. So we're going to send immediately, or you can also schedule for later. But for my own case, I'm going to send immediately. So click on send now. So it says success, your campaign will be sent shortly. Check its progress in campaigns. So we're going to click on view campaigns, and it says status, it has started. So we're going to wait for it to send to our recipients. So as you can see, it says the email has been sent, and we can just come to our inbox. So let's exit this, and let me refresh this page. All right, so we have our email right here, our email campaign, and it says Black Friday is just around the corner. We have the GIF, we have our bestseller. So our users can click on this shop now to be redirected to our website to buy the products. And that is how you can send campaigns to the subscribed contacts through Omnisend. So now you have a fully integrated system through Omnisend. You have a form to capture the leads, you have the automations to nurture them, and then you have the campaigns to sell to them. So this whole setup takes about 20 minutes, and it is very powerful, as you just saw in this tutorial, and it is not complicated. So if you want to try out Omnisend, use the link down in the description below for the 30% discount. And if you have questions about Omnisend and the WooCommerce integration in general, drop a comment below. And if you haven't already, click the like button, comment, subscribe, and also ask me any question you might have in the comment section, or any video suggestion idea you might have, and I'll work on them as soon as possible. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.